What is up, everybody? I'm Anthony Espada. Thank you so much for coming back to my YouTube channel to hang out with me for a little bit. I really appreciate it, as always. Today, we got one heavy-ass metal video for you guys. Yeah, I know I'm normally a metal channel, but this guitar you guys have to check out. I've been asked for a while now to review my homie, my co-guitarist, my co-songwriter, my band Defy the Tyrants, Jandro Utrilla, his guitar, the Jackson Pro Series Warrior WR7, and yeah, that's what we're doing today. This guitar is straight up a heavy metal fucking beast, and I could not be more excited to share this with you guys. But before we get started with the video, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. At the time of recording this video, my band Defy the Tyrants also just released a new single called Hiding in Shadows. I really want you guys to go ahead and check that out. Hit the link in the description box below and yeah, enjoy yourselves. Alright, so this is how we're going to get started today. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how the Jackson sounds within the mix using my STL Tone Hub Mark Lewis plugin, and then afterwards we're going to go ahead and we're going to review the guitar. I'm also going to kind of demonstrate it as well soloed so that you guys can hear it just by itself. The plugin that I'm going to be using not only in the mix demonstration but also in the solo demonstration is the Driftwood Purple preset selection in the Mark Lewis STL Tone Hub plugin. Whew, that was a tongue twister. All right, everybody, let's go ahead. Let's get started with the video. Let's hook up this metal beast and see what it's made of. Let's go. What is up, guys? Here it is. This is the Jackson Pro Series WR7. This guitar has been asked of me to review for a long time now. This guitar belongs to my guitarist, my co-guitarist, co-songwriter, one of my best friends, one of my lovelies. Big shout out to my boy Jandro Utrilla, or Utrilla, as some people call him. Big shout out to Jandro. He plays guitar for my band Defy the Tyrants, and honestly, I've been also wanting to review this guitar for a long time because this was one of the first guitars that I've ever seen in a band that I played in that just outshined most of the instruments in the band. Everyone talks about this guitar whenever we play live. This is one of the stars, one of the highlights of our shows, and just kind of wanted to share this with you guys and talk to you guys a little bit about it. So once again, big shout out to my boy Jandro for allowing me to review this guitar. This guitar has a Warrior body shape, kind of a mix of the ML body and a Flying V, kind of the Randy Rhoads, old school Flying V Jacksons, a little bit of that here and there. This body shape was very popular amongst a lot of late 80s, early 90s death metal bands, some thrash metal bands as well. I think specifically Chug from Death used this kind of body shape. And you look at this guitar, and this is a very large guitar, but it's not heavy at all. It's actually very light for what kind of size it is. This is the Davidson signature. If you guys don't know Dave Davidson, he's from a band called Revocation. Revocation is one of the best metal bands out there right now. Most creatively, technically relevant, and just a great band to listen to on a long drive or even when you're working out in the gym. Revocation is a killer band, and I highly recommend them to you guys. So yeah, really cool Warrior shaped body. It's 24 jumbo frets as well. But the cool thing about this guitar is it's at a 25.5-inch scale length, so the jumbo frets don't feel too far away, but they're fairly easy to attack. I have small fingers. No jokes, please, guys. I have small fingers, and sometimes with the larger frets, I have a bigger problem kind of attacking the strings a little bit. With this kind of guitar, it's fairly easy for me to do and fairly easy for me to perform on. My band Defy the Tyrants has actually used this guitar in the studio on several occasions, especially on some of the newer material that we're about to release. I've actually used this guitar sometimes, every now and then, when we're demoing or when we're working on leads. And I gotta say that this guitar, when it comes to leads and solos specifically, this guitar cuts through. The first time I used this guitar was on my band's second EP, Asylum, and I actually tracked all my leads with this guitar. The first time I played it, I felt like I was just cutting butter. It was so smooth and very natural for me to work my way around the fretboard. The body finish is a distressed ash, which I love. I actually think it's very original for this kind of guitar. Overall, it's a very original guitar. I think that the distressed ash gives it more of a darker look without being too gothy, but you still have a darker toned look to the guitar as well. It's not one of those normal matte black finishes that a lot of bands are using right now. This guitar kind of stands out really well, even in dark settings. The pickups right here are the Imperium Dave Davidson signature DiMarzio pickup humbuckers. These things are awesome, and really, I'll go ahead and play quick samples for you guys in just a second. But I can always count on this guitar to cut through the mix whenever we're using, especially with lower tunings. Some of the higher strings will just cut right through, and really even the lower strings, nothing's really muddy. So I really recommend these pickups. Even if maybe you don't want this guitar model, go ahead, pick your ass up some DiMarzio Imperium pickups from Dave Davidson. So yeah, so it's ebony wood, and also too is it doesn't let the back of the fretboard kind of get sticky, which I really hate, especially when we're playing live and you're headbanging, you get all the sweat on the back of your fretboard. This guitar actually stays very, very smooth through a lot of different temperatures in a lot of rooms or studios, whatever you might be using. So you can always count on this guitar to feel very smooth and very easy to work around. Okay, so the price of this guitar right now is running for, I believe, about $1,300 the last time I checked, which is when you factor in, one, it's a 7-string, you get the signature DiMarzio signature Dave Davidson Imperium pickups, and also with an ebony fretboard, and just the scale length as well, because I know a lot of bands are using like 27-inch scale lengths and for lower tunings, and that's really helpful. But this guitar is fairly awesome when it comes to lower tunings, and you really get a bang for your buck. And let's not forget, this guitar also comes with a Floyd Rose, built-in Floyd Rose, which is awesome. I'm not the biggest fan of Floyds. I do like to use the whammies, and I do like to do some dives and stuff like that, which I haven't done on my channel yet, but I will do soon. But I feel like a problem with the Floyds is they're not easily, you can't easily like manipulate the strings very well. I think something my guitarist Hondro struggles with is changing the strings, because it's such a pain in the ass. It's not like you can just untune it, put the strings on, tune it, and then break them in. With this kind of guitar with the Floyd Rose, it's really a pain in the ass, which I think is one of the only drawbacks of this kind of guitar. Aside from that, I honestly would have to give the guitar maybe a 9 out of 10. And really, like, if you're somebody who you're used to Floyd Roses and you're used to being able to manipulate and take the strings off and stuff like that, like, if that's something you're used to doing, like, by all means, that's awesome. But this guitar is definitely not for beginners. I wouldn't even say this is the kind of guitar for guitar players who have been playing for a couple of years. This is definitely for seasoned veteran guitar players, people who actually know the way around the frets, people who actually know the sound of the guitar and the kind of guitar that they're using, and also people who can obviously mess with the Floyd Roses. Overall, I feel like this is a fantastic guitar to add to your collection. Even if you're a live player, I would definitely say look into a guitar like this, because just looking at pictures of Hondro on stage, sharing the stage with him, seeing how he plays, seeing how he's able to move, this guitar is very, very, very well built, especially for live use. But yeah, guys, overall fantastic guitar. I always love playing this guitar. Any chance I get to demo, record, write with it, I always try and take the opportunity to do so. But yeah, I got my solars and stuff too that I'm used to, but I've definitely grown used to this guitar, and I absolutely love it, and I highly recommend it. Alright guys, what did you think of the Jackson WR7? Did you enjoy it? Does it live up to the hype, or were you a little bit let down? I personally have always loved this guitar, and I'm so glad I was finally able to put on a full-on review for you guys. Whether or not you dug the guitar or not, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Do you own it? What are your thoughts on the guitar and your experiences as well? And also for my viewers, if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. We got lots of cool stuff cooking and I don't want you guys to miss out. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will be catching you guys on the next one. Stay safe, wash your ass, wash your hands, and like always, stay heavy.